Numbers matching L46 1969 Chevrolet Corvette 350 4-speed AC. Let's take it for a test drive. This is a really cool steel bumper Vette, and it's actually a Corvette that I've owned previously. Bought it a while ago, sold it to a customer, had his fun with it, traded it back in on a later model vehicle. And the specs on this Corvette is it is a numbers matching L46 1969 Chevrolet Corvette with T-tops. If you're not familiar with the L46, it was the higher performance small block, so it is the numbers matching 350. And in 69, the L46 cars are rated at 350 horse, and I believe it was 380 foot-pounds of torque, and it's actually on this little plaque. Yeah, 350 and 380 foot-pounds of torque, a little bit more compression, so it runs really well. The guy that I bought it from the first time had it for a really long time and actually said that the motor was rebuilt. I don't have any paperwork for that, but with how well that motor runs, I definitely believe that it's been gone through at some point. Very strong mechanically, Muncie 4-speed behind it. Transmission shifts through the gears well, clutch feels good. I'm, again, not a Corvette person just because I usually don't like the way that they ride, but this one is very comfortable out on the highway. It doesn't beat you to death. It's got a good feel out on the open road. Outside of it being a numbers matching car, you do also have factory AC. The AC has been converted to R134A. It actually produces cold AC. Unfortunately, it's not switching from the floor to the vents to the defrost, so something going on behind the dash there would need to be addressed, but the air itself is cold. You do have an aftermarket aluminum radiator with electric fans, no overheating issues. It stays nice and cool while you're going down the road. Power steering, power disc brakes all the way around, all your standard Corvette stuff when it comes to that. Performs really, really well again out on the open road. On the interior, you have a stock black interior. I believe it's code 980. The only thing's wrong was a little bit of bolster wear from getting in and out here on the driver's seat. And you have like a little bit of a crude repair on the top of the driver's side door panel here. My guess is it was either split or cracked at some point and someone fixed it. It shows okay. If you wanted to, you could buy a new driver's side door panel or have an interior guy fix that. But that's really the only two issues. Outside of the little lower portion of the dash could kind of be fastened a little bit better. But your factory gauges look good. Your speedo, your tach, all that's in nice shape. Your heat and AC controls are in good shape as well. The dials all roll like they should. Shifters again in nice tight condition. Sometimes these are notoriously sloppy. Center console's in good shape. You do have an aftermarket Pioneer stereo with a little Bluetooth speaker as well, mounted right up underneath the AC vent on the passenger side right there. Then you got some good speakers in the back with a little woofer in the middle. Carpet's in good shape, mats are in good shape. Again, door panels do show nice outside of the little repair spot on the top of the door panel here. Nice smaller style Corvette wheel, which really helps getting in and out of the car, being that it is a non-tilt and telescopic steering wheel or steering column, so having a smaller steering wheel does help with that. On the does it work section for this particular Corvette, the reverse lights are not coming on when you put it in reverse. The wipers and the washer fluid sprayers, the wiper door, if you open it manually and then push the washer button, the wipers will work. You have to manually open the door, but the headlight system for the vacuum, that does work for the headlights. Just the wiper door is going to need a little bit of assistance, and along with the blower motor that we talked about, or excuse me, along with the blend door situation for the AC, we'll need a little bit of a repair job. So some smaller things. So again, the retouching on it, the AC will need some work for switching from the defrost to the floor to the vents, the reverse lights, and then the wipers need a little bit of assistance to open the door, and the washer fluid sprayers are not working. The does it work section will be posted on the website pcclassiccars.com, so you guys can check that out. It'll say what works and what doesn't work. And to correct myself earlier, I said it was code 980 for the interior. It's actually code Z04 for the interior. 980 is actually the original color of the exterior, which is Riverside Gold. So we'll dive into that here in just a minute. Some really good performance from that small block. That numbers matching motor runs really well. Transmission again feels great, clutch feels good. On the underside for this Corvette, the only thing I can complain about, and it's a very common issue, on steel bumper Vettes is the spare tire carrier's got some little damage spots on the very lower portion from going over speed bumps or curbs. You can buy a new one or have that one fixed because it is fiberglass. You don't have to do anything because the spare tire still sits in there well. It's just got kind of a little chunk missing. You'll see a photo of that in the additional informations tab. But the frame and birdcage, everything I can see without taking parts and pieces off this car, does represent very nice and solid. The actual floors show nice. Again, the frame on the bottom does represent really, really clean as well. The exhaust is stock style Manifolds-Duals with Magnaflow mufflers, so it has a really good sound going down the road. Not terribly loud, but it sounds like a Corvette. Sounds really, really good on the inside of this car when you really get in the throttle. On the exterior, it was originally code 980, which is Riverside Gold. Paint on it now is just really nice, like almost like a Le Mans blue. You have some touch-ups, little imperfections, some imperfections on the T-top paint itself on the passenger side there. Walking around the car represents very nice. You will see photos of the imperfections in that additional informations tab, so make sure you check that out. Nothing that's terrible, just some smaller stuff for probably a little bit of an older repaint, but it's very, very presentable and something you can still be very proud of. Rally wheels, tires are in good shape. Tire date code is 2024 all the way around, so plenty of tread, no dry rot, no cracking in any of the tires. Glass is in really good condition. Some little streaks in the side windows, but it's all minimal. Windshield looks good. Back glass shows nice with no issues back there. Suspension is going to be stock style Corvette suspension. Probably has been gone through at some point. I do see a few of the little bushings that have some dry cracking in them, but the suspension and the steering are on the tighter side of things. This car goes where you want it to go. It doesn't float left, it doesn't float right. When you hit the brakes, it stops true and it's not pulling either direction. Driving position is comfortable. You are in a Corvette. You do know that you are in a Corvette, so you sit lower. Again, this one being a non-tilt, non-telescopic steering wheel or steering column. You do have to slide in, slide out. If you ever wanted to add tilt and telescopic, you can get a reman column. You can buy them on eBay. There's aftermarket columns out there as well. I'm 6 foot tall, 190 pounds. I sit in here very comfortable. Tons of room between me and the steering wheel. And I do have a decent amount of room between my knees and the steering wheel itself because it does have the smaller Corvette steering wheel on it. So it does make for an enjoyable driving experience. Downshift to second here. We'll roll into the throttle a little bit on this blacktop. I will say it's intermittent, but the driver's side door ajar, when you get in the throttle, that little red light will flash on the dash just a little bit. That's only under heavy acceleration. Don't know exactly what's causing that. Probably something really minor, but right now we're just cruising and it is off. For me, this is a really cool Corvette. I love the blue with the black interior. If I was personally gonna keep a Corvette, a steel bumper Vette, I would definitely want a 4-speed or swap one to a 5-speed. So this car is a lot of fun to drive. It's already got the AC, which is converted. Yes, it needs a little bit of an address to get it to switch from the top to the bottom and maybe get a little bit more airflow out of it. But it is blowing cold, which is a huge benefit. The fact that it is an L46, higher horsepower, small block Corvette is cool as well. And again, I'm a huge fan of this blue. Outside of factory black, I do like blue as well. Car drives nice. It's nice out on the open road. It's a tight driving Corvette. Just the disclaimer list is small on this one. Got an opportunity here to get in the throttle one more time. And as always, I'm Michael. This is a numbers matching L46 1969 Chevrolet Corvette, 4-speed manual transmission, AC, blue, black interior, just a really good steel bumper Vette. From myself and everybody else here at PC Classic Cars, we appreciate y'all stopping in to watch another one of our test drive videos. Make sure you check out the content across all of the social platforms and check out the additional informations tab on the website for this particular one so you can see the extra images. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out, and we'll catch you guys on the next video. Thanks again for watching.